Okay, so we here have 59 divided by 10. Now, when a number is divided by 10, it becomes 10 times smaller. And as we know, if we were multiplying by 10, if I was to take a 1, if I was to have 1, and I was to multiply that by 10, it would give me 10. So that would be here. Now, if I was to take that 10 and multiply that 10 by 10, it would give me 100. And as you can see, this pattern here that we've got appearing, we've got a 10 and then we've got 100. So we can see that as the numbers get 10 times bigger, they move, the digits jump into the next place value column. Can you see this becomes here, whereas this becomes here each time they get 10 times bigger. Now the opposite happens when a number gets 10 times smaller. And the easiest way to show you that actually is to first of all to use a place value chart. So I'm just going to get that image and put that onto the screen. So here we have a place value chart, so I'm just going to line that up and just shrink that down slightly so it actually fits on our grid. Here it is, perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write 59 into the correct place. So 59, I have got 5 tens, so I'm going to put that into my tens column, 5 tens, and then here I've got 9 ones. Now as each number is divided by 10, it will move into the next place value column. So this number is going to move into this place value column and this one into this place value column. So if I was to write that, I would have 5 and I would have my 9 here. Now this decimal point, which is between the tens and the ones, is there to show that we now don't have whole numbers, we now have decimal numbers. So what we have here is 5 ones and 9 tenths. And I know that because I can see that my 5 is in my ones column and my 9 is in my tenths column. So I've got 9 tenths and 5 ones. So if I was to draw that as an image, I would have a bar with 10 equal parts, which I am not great at drawing. There we go, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one more on the end here. So I would have, let's see if it'll let me duplicate this awful drawing. Here we go, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have got 5 whole ones that have got 10 parts inside, and then I have one final one, and that one, so these would be all shaded in because it's a whole. Whereas for the 9 tenths, you look, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which represents the 5 ones there, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tenths. So I could have counted that as 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths, 6 tenths, 7 tenths, 8 tenths, 9 tenths. 9 tenths, also written as 0.9, so not one whole, and that represents that number up here. So that tells me then that my missing number that I'm looking for at the top here would be 5.9. You might see a pattern here between this first number and this second number. Okay, now for the last question here, we have got something divided, something equals 3 divided by 10. So what we're doing here again is we're taking a place value chart and putting that in because that will help us calculate this. Shrink that down and put that one over here. Okay, and I'm going to start by writing on my original number. So my original number here is 3. I'm starting with 3, nothing else. We can see that just there. And I'm dividing it by 10. So if I divide it by 10, it's going to move into this column here. So that will become a 3 here. Now, we can't just leave it like this, 0.3. We would have to put a placeholder in on the ones column to show that it's 0 ones and then 3 tenths. So the missing number we would write here would be 0.3. And again, I don't know if you can spot a pattern here between these numbers and what happens when the numbers are divided by 10.